Quit honking, I heard you the first time! Lady, no! Mom! Mom, call the dog!
Hey guys, Pyker here, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. We are starting a new series, and I loved that intro. I'm probably going to get flagged for it, but I don't care because I love it. If you can name what that sound clip is from, I will virtual high-five you. But we are back. I got Kerbal Space Program running. It's smooth. There's only like a few things that I have to put into the game yet, but I'm still like really kind of nervous about bringing more mods in because I actually got a stable version of Kerbal Space Program running. So this series is going to be focused, I don't know if you guys read the title, it says Kerbal Reach, and basically this series is going to be based, or the goal of this series is to get to every single planet and every single moon. I'm not going to base a series on a specific mod now because I want to actually get to every single planet. So if some mods come and go, some mods come and go. If some mods don't come and go, fine, we'll keep them on. You know, we can introduce new mods and not have a huge issue with doing that. But as you guys can see, I already have some parts unlocked. This series is strictly science only. There is no contracts, there is no money, because I feel like it was too much of a hindrance to actually get to all the planets and get up space stations that we might need to use for life support and refueling and all that fun stuff. So I figured we'd leave the money out of it. I know that's a new thing that they brought in just last patch or last update, but if I want to try to get to all these planets, I want to try to get to all these planets without being, held back by money. So we're doing strictly science only, which is still, it still adds a layer of difficulty to the game because we still have to unlock parts. But as you guys can see, I did start unlocking some parts off camera. I figured if you guys have watched any of my other series, we've started this from scratch plenty of times. We don't need to start from scratch again. I mean, like I said, I only unlocked a few parts. I didn't unlock all the parts. Let's go take a look at the research and development over here real quick, because I will show you guys what I've researched. I'm not that far in. I'm what, 4 branches in, and I don't even have the 4th branch completely researched yet, and I only have 15 science left. So we're not even to the big stuff, the docking ports, all that fun stuff. We haven't gotten planes yet. I mean, we have a few plane parts, but nothing major that we can actually build like a space shuttle or anything. So yeah, we're starting from here. I figured instead of starting from scratch, we would just kind of I'd play the game, off camera for a little bit and get us up to a little bit further down the tree than we would if we would have started from scratch. Also, I will be putting a list of mods down in the bottom in the description. So if any of you guys are curious of what mods I am using, I will put a list down there, and I'll also put links to each mod so you can go and download them yourself if you feel interested or inclined to do so. So yeah, let's get started. The first plan that I have right now is that we don't have any Kerbals out in orbit, which is a good thing because I want to send some satellites out and get some information on some of these planets that we're going to be going to. I think I already have a satellite around Minmus in here. Let me take a look. I do. I already have a satellite at Minmus, so we've got Minmus covered. I want to get a satellite to the moon and get the moon covered, and then I want to get a satellite to Duna, and I want to get a satellite, I think, to Moho, I think is the next one over on the inside of the orbit of the sun. But I want to get at least 2 more satellites, maybe 3 more satellites out before we start building space stations and sending Kerbals to the moon and to Minmus and whatnot, because it will help us a great deal in the long run. And the fact that we're putting out satellites first, we won't have to worry about Kerbals up in orbit, running out of food while we're trying to scan a planet for Karbonite and the biomes and any other anomalies that we might find. Okay, so if you guys haven't noticed, I did add another mod. I added, let me click this out here. There we go. Oh, damn it. I didn't want to do that. Why did I do that? Can I just load this back up? Let me just load this back up. I hate when I do that. It took me like 5 minutes to get those freaking SRBs on there straight, so I didn't want to redo it. All right. Well, we have our satellite ready to go to the moon. Now we should be able to cover this in one episode. I'm hoping that we can anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and launch. This is not tested, so if it blows up on the launch pad, I apologize. We'll have to go back to the drawing board, but I think we'll be okay. It's a very simple design, so it should be able to get to the moon pretty easily without too much hassle. All right, let it load up. There we go. Get us the SAS on. I hope to God these SRBs aren't too strong because I did not adjust the thrust limiter, which I usually do for SRBs, but I didn't for this one for some reason. So hopefully this will not explode. So 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yeah, that's too much. I needed to thrust those down. Oh, we needed to thrust those down. Oh God. Oh, stop. Stop with the wiggling. Stop with the wiggling. Turn off SAS. Okay. We're okay. We're all right. We're okay. Okay, we'll just wait until these solid rockets burn off before we really start doing any... Oh my goodness. Oh geez, SAS. I forgot how hard it is to maneuver without SAS on. Okay. Turn it back on. Okay, we got rid of them. Get away from me. Thank you. All right. I feel safer now. that was fun. All right, well, let's get this thing into orbit as quickly as humanly possible. What's our apps at already? It is already looking good, and I think I pressed the wrong button. There we go. I was like, I pressed M, I think. All right, so we're just gonna throttle up all the way, kick over as far as we can, and try to get some horizontal velocity going here. I really don't want to bring the apoaps up that high. I just want to get it high enough that we have time. If we start coming back down from the apoaps, we have time to burn to even just to still get into orbit. We're obviously going to lose a lot of our velocity just by coming up. We're going to come to our peak, and then we're going to start falling back down towards the planet. So I'm hoping that we can. What is this at 100? Yeah, I think we should probably start burning now-ish. I hope this stage isn't, or I hope this rocket has enough Delta V to get to the moon. I didn't really pay attention, honestly. I just kind of strapped some rockets together. I think it'll be okay. We'll see. But anyways, if you guys can see, we have a new mod. It's the SCANsat mod, which enables us to scan planets and moons for biomes, terrain mapping, and anomalies, and Karbonite as well. So this is going to be an extremely large help to us in the long run, and I think I like it. I like it a lot. That's why. Ooh, something in my throat. Jeez. Excuse me. That's why I put a satellite out to Minmus. I wanted to test this mod out because I haven't messed with it before. All I saw was screenshots and whatnot. I've heard about it a bunch from other players, but I just kind of wanted to see it for myself, and I played around with it, and I really like it a lot. It's really neat. So we're gonna, this is one of the new mods that we've installed in our current game. All right, we are starting to fall back down. We got about 600 more meters per second to gain before we get into orbit. I'm hoping this stage will at least get us close. And there we go. Just burned out of fuel. Get rid of that guy. Expose the satellite. Extend our solar panels. There we go. We only have about 200 meters per second roughly to gain before we're in orbit, so we should be okay. Somehow that's still going up. I don't understand how that works. I mean, I guess I do. Never mind. Don't worry about me. Oh, geez. All right. Let's get our periaps up as high as we can, so I'm actually going to tip up. We're going to waste some fuel doing this, but I want to get it above 70 at least. Okay, it's at 128. I don't think we need to adjust and make it, a very circularized orbit. We could probably actually have burned straight to the moon, but we're going to do another orbit around Kerbin and make absolute sure that we can encounter the moon easily without burning too much fuel. Now the optimum distance away from a planet and or moon for this satellite is about 250 kilometers. So we'll set this up to meet with the moon around 250, roughly in that area. And we'll circularize the orbit once we get to the moon, and we'll start scanning. I'm so glad to be back, guys. I know it's been a while, and I apologize, but like I said, I was having, or if you've watched any of the KSP updates, I was having a lot of trouble getting the game to actually run without crashing or having any kind of weird bugs. It was getting kind of frustrating and annoying at the same time because I wanted to play, but I couldn't. But I also didn't want to get rid of all my mods and reinstall. You know, I did do that, but I didn't want to do it again, essentially. So I took away, you know, one mod at a time to find what mod it was that was hindering me. And I'm hoping that that mod will be updated and I'll be able to reintroduce it back into the series, but we'll have to wait and see what happens for that. Alright, we still got plenty of fuel. We should be able to burn out to the moon. We should have enough in this stage to get us to the moon and be able to at least slow us down enough to get us into orbit around the moon, and then we can adjust with the last stage. The last stage is just a, you know, a tiny engine with a little bit of fuel. I also put an ass ton of batteries on this thing because I was afraid that it might run out of electric charge if we set the orbit up wrong. Let's keep that. Oh, wait. No, hold on. We have to transmit it because we're not going to be able to take this back into, back to the surface of Kerbin. So we just have to, transmit it, unfortunately. There's no way this thing is getting back onto the surface of Kerbin. It's got no parachutes, and it's got not enough fuel to even probably land, you know, safely. Even though it'll be a light satellite, the engine that I put on it for the last stage is tiny, like satellite tiny. So I think we'll be okay as long as this satellite will probably just sit around the moon for the rest of its life, you know, so we can go back to it and review any data that we might gather from it. So I'm actually just gonna burn a little bit more, get it as close as we can. There we go. All right, what's our APWAPS? 294. Okay, that's adjustable. I'm not too worried about that. All right, well, let's do a quick save real quick, just in case something goes catastrophically wrong, like it often does. And we'll fast forward out to the moon. Come on. Come on, switch over. Switch over. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now we need to adjust our anti-normal and normal vectors so we can get into a nice polar orbit. So we'll just set up the maneuver and try to get this situated in a manner in which it is good. That's actually not terrible right there. Let's actually just bring that over a little bit more. 339, is there any way we can adjust that? Not really. Without screwing up the rest of it. Alright, so we'll just burn to get that right. So we'll get into a nice polar orbit, and then we'll hopefully be able to have enough fuel to get into orbit around the moon. The further back you burn to adjust your anti-normal and normal, the better, the more efficient it is. So I always just set up a maneuver, you know, a little bit in front of where my spaceship or satellite is, and then just kind of burn accordingly to the node, and it still gets you pretty freaking close. So it's not a huge deal to me anyways. What's our periaps at? Alright, I think we're good. That looks kind of, you know, looks pretty good. Northwest. I mean, it's a little off, but I'm not too worried about it. Let's set up a maneuver to get into orbit. 733. That's definitely way too far. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Hopefully that didn't adjust it by much. Nope, it actually looks like it straightened it out a little bit. Okay, what's this at? 411. Let's bring this down some more. 339. 295. What did I say? 250? 250 kilometers is the ideal. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, let's find our maneuver node. Where is it on the nav ball? I can't wait for 0.25 because they are introducing the smart nav ball. There is a mod that you can install right now that will allow you to see where your nodes are off the side of your map. They're kind of like dimmed out little nodes. I personally don't really care, so I never installed that mod. But they're gonna put it in the vanilla game, so why not? That's what I say. I mean, I'm not gonna argue. All right, so let's fast forward. It's only a 15-second burn. How much fuel do we have left? Over half a tank of fuel left. Oh, don't fast forward past the freaking node, idiot. All right, 7 minutes to node. We'll just kind of slowly advance time so we don't miss it. Okay, let's slow it down to about 20 seconds. Good. And this engine has some lag on it, so I like to start the burn a little earlier than I normally would. So it gets, you know, perfect in time, you know, timing with the node T- and the estimated burn. Gets pretty damn close. Okay, now we can just adjust accordingly. Bring it down to 250 roughly on the nose. All right, let's do a round robin here to the other side of the periaps, or to the periapsis, and we will adjust our apoaps. Try to get this down to 250 as well. Oh, too much. There we go. Where are they at? 250 and 251. I think that'll be suitable. At least I think it'll be suitable. Alright, so let's point in a direction in which we can see the satellite. Okay, so we've got, you know, our normal comms, our normal temperature gauge. This is the new Karbonite detector. So we're going to do the start resource scan. And we also have a scan radar altimetry sensor, so we're going to start the radar scan on that. And we also have a scan multispectral sensor, and we're going to start the multispectral sensor. I love the way this looks, by the way. Like little lenses and stuff. Oh, it's so neat. This thing extends out. I love new mods, especially when there's animations to them. All right. Well, we will click on our SCANsat. Let's bring up the big map and see what's going on here. Let's bring it into Kevreski's. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Maybe somebody can give me the pronunciation of that word in the comments. Holy crap. Hi, my name's Pyker. I butcher the living shit out of the English language. Alright, so we need Karbonite. So we're going to scan for carbonite. Oh, we already got Karbonite at the poles. Look at that. Nice bright pink. We're going to look at the biome. And we want it in color, definitely. I don't really care about asteroids. I definitely like the grid. Markers. Is there a... what's the word I'm looking for? I don't see it. So it should probably show up. But we are going to do a little bit of a fast forward here just to get some scanning done, just so you guys can see. You'll see the satellite move up and down the map, but you have to actually load up the map again to see what it is scanned. So we'll just fast forward a little bit, get a couple vectors scanned. You know, obviously we're in a polar orbit, so we can continuously scan different sections of of the moon. We'll slowly work our way, you know, to a wider section, and hopefully, anyways, the moon should be rotating underneath us, so we should be scanning different areas. Okay, let's load up. Click it again, and we'll see exactly what our satellite has scanned. Look at that. That's so awesome. Is that not awesome, guys? Come on, that's pretty freaking cool. And it gives you distances, like how high the ground is. It'll give us biomes. Oh, look, an anomaly. I don't know what that is, but we might have to check that out. What's this? Let's see. East Crater. See, there's the East Crater, and then we have the Highlands. We have, I don't know if you guys are seeing where I'm seeing this, is down here, like right next to the rectangular box. Whenever I mouse over something, it'll give me the coordinates, and it'll tell me what it is and how high it is compared to sea level. So Midlands, is there another crater over here? Polar Crater. I didn't even know that existed. Highlands, Midlands, what about here? Midlands, still Midlands. Twin Craters. Still got the Twin Craters. Is there the Lowlands? I'm pretty sure there's Lowlands, right? Maybe we just haven't scanned that yet. What's the edge? Highland Craters. Huh. That's what it looks like anyways. And I understand that this episode is going on a little bit long, but I kind of wanted to show you guys this mod because I think it's really, really cool. So we'll let our satellite go around a couple more times, get a couple more lines scanned, and see if we can find some, you know, some neat, cool stuff. Oh, there's another anomaly, and then another anomaly. Well, geez, wow, there's a lot of anomalies. I don't know exactly what that entails. I don't know if it's actually like, you know, one of those Easter eggs on the moon or not, but we could definitely find out when we get a lander built to see exactly what these anomalies are. I think that might be one of the first things that we do. We're definitely going to go to the moon, and we're definitely going to gather as much science from the moon as we possibly can. We're obviously going to build a Karbonite lander so we can mine and refuel ourselves so we can just kind of take off and go different places. Obviously, if you guys can see, there's a large amount of Karbonite on this planet or on the moon. So I think we'll be in good shape for actually building a lander that can literally just hop around to each biome. At least it looks like we could be able to hop around to each biome. We'll let the map load. What's this? Southwest Crater. Still in the Midlands. Is there no, like, where's the lowlands? I'm assuming it would be a different color. Can't really tell. What's this? Northern Basin. I've never even seen that before. Huh. Neat. Northwest Crater. Midlands. What's this? Canyons. There's a lot of biomes on here that we did not ever, I didn't ever even knew existed. And I'm sure that I could have went online and like looked up some kind of map that would show me all the biomes and whatnot, but I kind of wanted to see what this mod would do. We've pretty much got the moon scanned, but we're going to continue this next episode, guys, so thank you so much for watching. If you liked this episode, it is extremely important for you to drop a like at the bottom of this video to let other people like yourselves to find these videos and you know, show your support and makes me want to keep recording these videos. So if you do like this video, please be sure to drop a like at the bottom of the video. If you haven't already, go ahead and drop a subscribe on it as well. You can go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you guys don't miss an episode of KSP, because we're back and we will be putting out episodes every week. Might not be as frequent as the other games that I've been playing, but it'll be just as, you know, just as much as it used to be. It'll probably be about 3 or 4 episodes a week, depending on how much actual editing I have to do and all that fun stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much for hanging in with me until I can get my KSP up and running again. I really do appreciate all of you guys, and I'm sure we'll have a blast going through this this series. It's going to be a long one, that's for sure, especially if we're planning on getting to every single planet in the Kerbal universe. So that's going to take a lot of work, but I will be right here with you guys. So thank you guys again for watching, and I will see all of you in the next episode.